Welcome to Speakup English Academy.
English conversation with John and Sosan.
John and Sosan are talking about books and literature.
Hey Sosan, have you read any good books lately?
Hi John. Yes, I just finished The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. It was enchanting. The way the author describes the circus is so vivid. Have you read it?
I haven't yet, but I've heard amazing things about it. What did you like most about the story?
I love the magical atmosphere and the intricate plot. The characters are so well developed, and the way their stories intertwine is captivating. It felt like I was part of the circus. What about you? What are you currently reading?
I'm reading Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. It's a beautiful blend of mystery and coming of age. The setting in the marshes of North Carolina is almost a character in itself.
I've heard great things about that book. How's the pacing? I've been looking for something that keeps me engaged.
The pacing is excellent. It alternates between the main plot and flashbacks to the protagonist's childhood, which keeps you hooked. The author's descriptions of nature are also stunning.
That sounds intriguing. I love when authors can bring settings to life. Speaking of which, do you have a favorite author?
It's hard to choose, but I really admire Haruki Murakami. His storytelling style is so unique, and his themes often delve into the surreal. What about you? Who's your favorite?
I'm a big fan of Neil Gaiman. His ability to weave myth and reality together is mesmerizing. American Gods is one of my all-time favorites. Have you read it?
Yes, I love that one. The characters are so memorable, and the way Gaiman explores the clash between old and new gods is fascinating.
Exactly. And his writing is so lyrical. What do you think about book adaptations? Do you prefer reading the book or watching the movie/series?
I usually prefer the book. There's something about the depth and detail in a novel that often gets lost in adaptations, but I have to admit, some adaptations have been really well done.
I agree. For example, I thought the adaptation of The Handmaid's Tale was quite powerful. It stayed true to the themes of the book while adding new layers.
That's a great example. I also enjoyed the adaptation of Big Little Lies. The show captured the essence of the book while making it visually stunning.
Yes. And the performances were fantastic. It's always interesting to see how directors interpret the source material. Do you think there are any books that should never be adapted?
That's a tough one. I think some classic novels are so tied to their prose that it would be hard to capture their essence on screen. For instance, 100 Years of Solitude has been talked about for ages, but it seems nearly impossible to adapt.
I completely agree. That book is so rich in detail and magical realism. It would be a challenge to translate that into a film. What about poetry? Do you read any poetry?
I do. I enjoy Rumi and Mary Oliver. Their work resonates with me. Poetry has a way of capturing emotions in just a few lines. Do you have a favorite poet?
I really like Pablo Neruda. His love poems are so passionate and evocative. I often find myself returning to 20 love poems and a song of despair.
Neruda is fantastic. His ability to convey deep emotion is incredible. Do you ever write poetry yourself?
I dabble in it sometimes, but I'm more of a fiction writer. I love creating stories and characters. Have you ever tried writing?
A little here and there, but I mostly stick to journaling. I admire anyone who can craft a whole narrative. What genres do you write in?
Primarily fiction and fantasy. I love building worlds and exploring different themes. It's a fun way to escape reality.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to read something you've written someday.
I'd be happy to share. And maybe we can even do a little writing workshop together sometime.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's make it happen.
For sure. Here's to our love for books and literature.
Cheers to that.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos.